miles more than this. Would you still recall my name and the month it all began? Will you release me with a kiss? Have I tried to draw the veil? If I have, how could I fail? Did I fear the consequence? Dazed by careless words, cozy in my mind. Wax, fitted out with greater cracks, sweet devotion, my delight. Oh, you're such a pretty one, and the naked thrills of flesh and skin will tease me through the night. Now, I hate to leave you bare. If you need me, I'll be there. Don't you ever let me down. Dazed by careless words, cozy in my mind.
Warriors, sponsored by Tivac Alloys, number 15, Louis Oldley, sponsored by the Bailey's.
Very well, welcome to the Bauer Arena here in Sheffield. If you're watching us from around the corner or around the world, it's Three Rivers Cup action, Sunday evening live on YouTube, the Sheffield Scimitars, and they're taking on the visitors this evening at Nottingham Lions. Face-off set for around 5 p.m, just a few minutes until the puck drops here at Sheffield. Second game of the weekend for the Nottingham Lions, third game of the tournament for the Scimitars, and it's a Sheffield-Nottingham game. Always special. This is the only Sheffield-Nottingham game that matters, and delighted to be joined in the commentary box for this one once again. Roger Williams here at ringside. Roger, Sheffield-Nottingham, they've had a few games in this series, and the Spring Cup that was before that. Always competitive and always worth watching.
Yeah, I caught it was the last game in the North Cup between the two sides, and yeah, it kind of had that Sheffield-Nottingham thing. It was one of those kind of games that kept entertaining through to the last of the 60 minutes. So expecting something similar today, I would hope.
And the first weekend of the Three Rivers Cup, this new second competition for NIHL North teams. Both Sheffield and Nottingham beat the Widnes Wild. Last night Widnes got a revenge at Nottingham, winning by 5-3. But Nottingham, despite being well behind for long periods, they came back late on and they always had that threat, and you felt they were never quite out of the game. Yeah,
and I think what I've seen of these games so far is that all of these teams have got enough about them that they're always in a game. It's a decent kind of level of parity and competition across the three sides. There's enough talent in any lineup that no team is dead until the final buzzer. So yeah, interesting to see Wild having kind of overturned Nottingham yesterday as to how today will pan out.
Yeah, and the Scimitars obviously 2 wins from 2 so far. They were looking to keep that run going, and as you said, the first game of the series, a good mix of youth and experience for the Scimitars to use this development competition to bring players on, but also get that game experience.
That's it, yeah. I say, we talked last time, and I'm sure we'll mention them again today. The likes of Ben Morgan and Lewis Bell and Scott McKenzie, and the experience, the absolute wealth of experience that those guys in particular bring, and can only help the younger guys in the Sims lineup. I think so much that they can learn from this experience. But equally, I'm sure Sheffield will kind of want to kind of get through the North Cup and find themselves top of the pile at the end of the games.
Yeah, and it's for those who don't know, the Three Rivers, it's a double round robin, so there's everybody plays everybody 2 home, 2 away, so there's games running through kind of till the last weekend of May, so there's still plenty of hockey left in this one. As I say, counting down to our 5 p.m. face-off. If we take a look at our teams, first of all, we'll go with the visitors who are here, the Nottingham Lions. I say their second game of the weekend. Lucas Sheldon in net, wears number 1. Jordan Wright is 5. Jack Hopkins, one of the stories of these 2 return to play tournaments, he wears 6. Ash Calvert, again formerly of this parish, he wears 7. Joe Humphreys is 8. Michael Berehowski at 10. Jack Croston's 11. Tom Norton 13. Toby Fisher 14. Louis Newell 18. 19 is Joe Gretton. 20 is Tom Palmer. 21 Archie Hazeldine. 22 Tom Dermott. 25 Bailey Challens. 26 Will Weldon. 27 Max Soden. 28 Kieran Gibbs. 29 Josh Crane. And again, formerly of this parish, 94 Vladimir Luka. So again, that mix of the players have brought in again for this second tournament. The likes of Ash Calvert coming in, Tom Norton coming in, adding that experience to what is traditionally for the Lions a very young lineup.
So yeah, the Lions over the past few years have been very much a development programme, and yeah, fundamentally keeping that, but by bringing in the experience of Weldon, Norton, and Ash Calvert alongside the pyrotechnics, let's call them, of Vlad Luka, are just kind of bringing a bit more of experience to the lineup. I think just kind of making them a bit more competitive. Although in fairness, through the North Cup, they were certainly were no pushovers at all, and kind of showed that if you give Vlad Luka too much time, too much space, you are likely to pay the price. So that'll be I guess one of the most interesting things today is just how the Scimitars try and counter Luka and keep the puck away from him ideally, but certainly going to limit the quality opportunities that he gets.
Yeah, and they're talking to Mike, Matt Bradbury for the EIHA podcast in the week. Obviously, their development is still the key for the Nottingham Lions. Adding these extra players to come back there, the Lions of old, maybe they do come back to bring something back later in their careers, but the development will still be number one, and that's their going to be ethos, and you just got to take your hat off and respect them. But they'll stick to their guns, and that's the way they're going to play, and they're not going to change. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, remember when they was kind of down in Nottingham, 3-4 years ago with the Steel Dogs, and the Lions were on a fairly kind of horrific kind of losing streak, but they were committed to the young guys, giving those opportunities, and it's admirable though. But I think it's good that they are kind of taking the opportunity just to kind of bring in some additional experience, just to kind of help kind of balance the team and just kind of bring that experience and up the competition levels. It's that development is great, ice time is great, but I'm sure nobody enjoys getting beaten on a regular basis, and the likes of Norton, Weldon and Calvert are certainly upping the overall competition levels for the Lions.
And blooding these young players at age 16 is kind of, as soon as they're eligible to play, they get the ice time, and it's been shown the likes of Joe Hazeldine, who's not in this tournament because he's playing for Manchester Storm in the Elite League tournament. So that pathway is there, and if they're good enough, they're old enough, and if they're good enough, they'll develop. That's
it. Yes, not just playing for the Storm in the Elite League tournament, but being talked about by Pete Russell as a if anybody drops out of the GB squad, he'll be next man in. So that kind of shows it's that thing of kind of give guys the opportunity, and the sky's the limit, and kind of love to see that.
Turn our attention to the home team, Tivac Alloys, Sheffield Scimitars. They have Ruskin Springer Hughes wears 3, Lewis Belt 4, Tyler Nixon's 5, Ben Morgan at 6, Jack Brummer at 7, Cameron Pywell is 9, 11 is Scott Morris, 15 Lewis Otley, 18 Elliot Nell, 19 Sean Wilde, captains Tom Humphreys at 21, Lloyd Gibson 24, Sam Colton 28, James Hadfield 29, Tom Hovell 30, Warren Tate 32, Sam Jones 33, Josh Yardley 46, Will Newcomb 51, Scott McKenzie 54, 56 Steve Newcomb, and 77 Andy Hurst. And as we said already, again, Scimitars looking to develop, grow from a Division 2 to a constant NIHL 1 team, and again bring in that mix of experience, players who've been in Sheffield for a long time, keeping a Sheffield ethos, which I know something the Steel Dogs do, but Sheffield as an academy looking to bring that top division of a Sheffield academy team and bring in Sheffield players to help develop the younger players.
The Sheffield guys, but also guys who've been around Sutton and a couple of Nottingham names as well. So I think it's that thing of I guess like everybody's first choice is local, as in as local as it gets. But actually, I think any team needs to be realistic, and you pick up the players from the surrounding area, kind of as applicable. But you know, certainly we saw in the opening game for the Scimitars in the Three Rivers Cup that you know, there's a lot of talent, you know, across all of the lines. It wasn't about kind of those experienced big names kind of blitzing it and nothing from the rest of the team at all. We saw kind of points from all over. So again, kind of looking to see how they've developed since that opener.
And we talked about Jack Hopkins from Nottingham, Jack Brammer, tale of the two Jacks. Again, a young prospect. He's played with Steel Dogs. Again, he's on the eye of the senior teams in Sheffield. Again, that's Sheffield development as well, bringing players through, and they get the chance at senior hockey.
Yeah, so, and say from a Steel Dogs perspective, we were keen that Jack went wherever kind of got him the most honest time. So whilst he did play for the Dogs during the Spring Cup, he spent more time with the Sims in North Cup action. But I guess the plus point is the development he's getting, and he scored for Scimitars. He equally scored for the Steel Dogs. So absolutely kind of showing that he's a talent at this level and above. And yeah, it's remembering. It kind of feels to me like he's been around forever, but he really hasn't at all. He's still only 17, got a long way to go. But playing with getting the ice time he's getting here at the Sims is only going to aid his development in the longer term. And
Scott McKenzie, one of the players who joined for this tournament, he's doing, as I think it was said in commentary last time out, he's doing what Scott McKenzie does. He's putting the puck in the net. A hat-trick down in Nottingham last time out a couple of weeks ago. And he knows where the net is, and he'll continue to do that as long as he plays, you would think.
Absolutely. You look at his kind of points record in NIHL 1 or the National League more recently. He's always a consistent points getter, and he always will be.
Yep, players on the blue lines, as you can see, so we'll take a pause for a national anthem. So formalities just about done. The two teams get themselves ready for puck drop. Three Rivers Cup, this three-team tournament, NIHL North. Let's see, yesterday it was the Nottingham Lions 3, Widnes Wild 5, first game of the weekend. This completing this weekend's fixtures in the competition. And it's Sheffield Widnes, I think, next Saturday here at the Bauer Arena. So fixtures pretty much every weekend until the end of May, completing this double round robin. We have our third team on the ice. It's Craig Williams with the armbands, Messrs Heselwood and Kempster on the lines.
Do you think they might wave back today, Craig?
Might what?
They might wave back. I know you like to wave to a referee, but they never seem to wave back.
Well, I think I'm out of his eye line. I'm a bit too high up here, I think. Second game of the weekend for Mr. Williams Young. He was here on Friday night for the GB Universities against Solihull game, I think, on the Friday night. So we have the women's divisions back. Well, not the division, but women's teams are playing yesterday. We had Solihull Vixen playing GB Universities on Friday, and two of the Bracknell teams are playing yesterday and today. So slowly but surely, the green shoots, as it were, the teams are coming back, the sport's getting back on its feet, and just in time for the summer, really.
Yeah, it's kind of just the wrong time, but nonetheless, it's great to see that. We're getting back.
The juniors are getting back, the players are getting back. So all systems go, hopefully, for a fuller season come the autumn. But current business at hand. The referee drops the puck, and Three Rivers Cup action this Sunday night is underway. Sheffield Scimitars in blue, going from right to left, and Ben Morgan with Tyler Nixon outlet to Warren Tate just in front of us. Straight away, and it's Lucas Sheldon has the start in net for Nottingham, going against James Hadfield for the Sims. They're your netminders starting action today. behind the net. Nixon under pressure from Luca. Luca turns it out in front. And that was Ash Calvert on the doorstep trying to get it past Hadfield, but nothing doing, and icing waved off as Tom Norton picks it up behind the Nottingham net and looks for the outlets. Under pressure from Jack Bremer, so he turns back and uses the man in the corner to force the outlet. So this is forechecking from the Scimitars. And cross-eyed looking for Jack Hopkins. That was Hazeldine with the pass, but it cut out, and Sheffield looked to counter. Early exchanges over a minute just gone in this Sunday afternoon game. Jones's shot is deflected, doesn't get through. Hazeldine picks it up, battling with Brammer in the corner. Lions struggling to get control and bring it out of their defensive zone. Sam Jones on the forecheck. It does forces the turnover. Hurst to Jones. And then Jones is dispossessed. Gives it and turns to Hopkins over the blue. Head up looking for the pass. The backhand is saved by Hadfield. It's deflected up and out of play for stoppage. 18:09 on the clock in this first period, and we're still scoreless. Best chance so far, Joe Humphreys there. Backhand just saved by Hadfield, but scrappy start, but strong forecheck from Sheffield, and Nottingham finding it difficult to get out of zone.
So we saw with the opening game against the Wild that there was a fair bit of kind of to and fro. Generally not seeing teams being able to dominate a game and dominate a period of the game and build up a lead. It's pleasing from a competition level that there is that evenness.
So the face-off came back on the Nottingham side, but they put themselves under pressure. This is Springer Hughes battling in the corner, has Morris and Mackenzie. The three of them down in the corner. Backhand around the boards. That's looking for Yardley. Yardley and Mackenzie. Too strong for Mackenzie as it comes down to this near side. Lions should be able to bring it out. Sean Wild with a stick in on the boards, forces the turnover. Springer Hughes turns, get the wrist shot away, but it's deflected into the corner. And Springer Hughes off for a change. Swapping personnel for the Sims. This is Nottingham forward pass. Too strong, and Otley wins the race, gets the icing call. And we'll go all the way down to the Nottingham defensive zone for the face-off. Icing the call. 17 minutes and 9 seconds left in this first period. Sheffield 0, Nottingham 0. Clean run by Pywell to Humphreys, deflected in, and the opening goal for the Sheffield Scimitars. Face-off play, shot from the top, and it took a deflection in the slot. It looks like Pywell has it. Just got the at the top of the crease, deflected it past Lucas Sheldon, and the opening goal goes the way of the Sheffield Scimitars.
Yes, and that's probably one of the weakest shots that Stevie Duncombe has ever fired, but and it doesn't need power if it has that crowd of bodies in front of the netminder and somebody just to divert it past.
Yeah, so that was Pywell from Duncombe, your opening goal for the Sheffield Scimitars. Look, Lions looking for a reply. This is Hazeldine, shot through traffic. Ash Calvert round to Norton on the boards. Duncan backhands it round the boards and allows to clear for Sheffield. Outlet intended for Danico, but he's too strong for him, so Sheffield forced to retreat. This is Luca bringing it away. Hopkins goes around behind the net, challenged by Nixon. cycling from the Nottingham Lions. Backhand looking for the wraparound. Hadfield's pad was there. Smart save from him and allows the Scimitars to break with Tate to Gibson. Tate goes towards the net, can't get the tip. Comes to Ben Morgan. His one-time pass was cut out. And Sheffield have to regroup. Gibson dumps it in from the blue. Goes all the way around the boards. There's Elliot Nell. But he can't control an outlet. Too strong. It goes all the way down the boards. The icing waved off. It's Humphreys. He's under pressure from Morgan. And as so often, Morgan wins that battle. And the outlet to Brammer. That Brammer loses it and he skates. And Nottingham try and bring it away. Hopkins turns on the puck and fires it. It was intended for Joe Humphreys, but too strong for his teammate, and icing is the call. Exactly 5 minutes have been played, 15 to play. Still 1-0 for the Sheffield Scimitars.
So both teams just trying to get into the groove, get themselves going, but nobody able to really kind of exert any real authority as yet, but I'm sure that will be coming.
From the face-off, it's the Lions behind their own goal line. Again, strong forecheck from the Scimitars. And then Brammer does turn it over to Jones. Jones fires high and wide. Great pressure from the Sims causing the turnover. Brammer again with Jones to Brammer. And this is Lewis Bell. Back round behind the net, looking for the outlet in front. Hurst fires it towards the slot, finds a Nottingham stick, and the Lions have a two-man break if they can use it. Instead, he uses the shot, and Hadfield uses the blocker into the netting, and will take a face-off in the Sheffield defensive zone. Strong forechecking again, as we've said it regularly, and it is causing problems for the Lions, and Sheffield looking to benefit from it. Yeah,
well, so you're kind of creating that space for that drive forward from Bell, but good to see, and I've noticed it in the opening game, that Jack Brammer kind of dropping back when the Lions broke back, so not leaving Hadfield underprotected.
Mackenzie wins the draw, so it's back on the Sheffield side, around the boards to Morris. Delays the outlet pass until Berehowski is out of the way, but Lions do have it, kept in the zone. Comes out to neutralise for Mackenzie. So they settle it down and get some control, and passes going astray on both sides. And that is offside, the call at the blue line. So get a face-off just outside the Nottingham zone. So it is a bit kind of tit for tat, bit scrappy both ways. Nothing, no real control for either side yet.
So yeah. Neither team just kind of, I guess, finding that pattern, that rhythm as yet. But I feel sure it will come from the what we've seen in the previous encounters.
Lions Calvert round the boards. This is for Weldon. And Luca goes towards the net, and Hadfield safety first, drops a glove on it, and will take a face off to his left hand side.
I see that Vlad Luca has some more Nottingham appropriate gloves, because he had some sort of claret coloured ones last time I saw, but he has something in black and yellow, so more fitting with the uniform now.
Face off win was too strong and forced Lions back into neutralise, and then back behind their own net, looking for the outlet. It's turned over by Humphreys, skates in, saved by Sheldon. Use a man as a decoy, and Tom Humphreys certainly knows where the net is, and fired that on, and Sheldon stood tall, made the save.
It's nice to see an appreciative pat from the attacking player to the netminder.
Face-off win on the Sheffield side, but the shot deflected up into the netting again. So we'll do a retake. Just while we've got a brief pause, don't forget the draws going on on raffle, the online, the raffle. So there's a 50-50 and also a jersey up for grabs as well.
I think it's a Scott McKenzie jersey this week.
So if you go to the Scimitars social media, either on Facebook or on Twitter, you'll see the links to the raffle page. You can buy your tickets. Obviously 50-50, more tickets are sold, the bigger the prize will be. And as we say that, traffic in front causes problems. And the shot from Archie Hazeldine, we'll see if it gets a tip. But a tie game, Archie Hazeldine with the shot. Tom Norton's stick was there or thereabouts. We'll hear what the call is from the official. But
So it kind of looked as though Hatfield should have had it covered, but didn't, obviously. But equally, I wasn't convinced there was a tip either. So had he just slightly misjudged it?
So the official call is 94, 13 and 21. So Hazeldine had the shot and Norton was there. Was Vlad the other one beside the net? I didn't see who he was.
Must have been. Maybe we'll get another replay and we can work out where Luca was during that.
Sims leave Louis Newell all alone, but Hazeldine makes the save. So either way, it's a 1-1 scoreline here at Ice Sheffield. I was tipped by Hurst, but wide of the net. This is Lewis Bell. And driving around behind as the man in front, instead goes to the blue line. Colton round behind the boards. Looking for Brammer, but Brammer misses controls and Lions bring it away. This is Hopkins. Straight through, great stuff from, oh, and just stick check from, is that Lewis Bell got back there? Great stick in from Lewis Bell, just stopped Jack Hopkins on a march, but then he's been brought down after that.
It's a classic bit of Mr. Hurst protesting his innocence, but yeah, no, I think that's fighting a losing battle there.
Who sir, me, sir? So first special teams of the afternoon, and it will be a Nottingham Lions power play. Speaking as a Leafs fan, I'd like to be able to see one of these power play things. Apparently on a power play, you have more players than another team, and you can score a goal. Any Leafs out there will share the pain. So a power play, Hatfield draws the face off, and we'll do it all again. First couple of seconds just gone by in the special teams. Comes back. So we'll have a Lions regroup. Face-off win was, if anything, too clean. Couldn't keep it in, so building from the back. And obviously on the PK, Sheffield just committing the one-man forward. That's cut out by Warren Tate, but it does find the stick of Hopkins. Backhand saved by Hatfield. And then Morgan carrying it forward. Stick check from Louis Neal to the referee's displeasure. Let's have a look at the Lions goal again. There's Luca, you can see by the side of the net.
Oh yes. So judging by the angle that the puck took, it must have come off Luca's stick there. So there you go. That's your sniper's instinct.
So we'll have a spell of 4-on-4 for 124 as Louis Neal sits for hooking.
So Morgan did a good job of holding him off and keeping the puck, and well, I wouldn't say he had to draw the foul, but made it very difficult for the Lion.
Yeah, just keep the legs moving and you'll draw the referee's attention eventually, and so it was. 10 seconds gone in the 4-on-4, 10.5 coming down to 10.5 in the first period. 1-1 between the Scimitars and the Lions this Sunday afternoon here on YouTube. Free NIHL 3 Rivers Cup action. bit more space out there for the team. So Scimitars looking to use it. Going up in the middle is Bell. Stops and drops it. Yardley to Morris. Still 45 seconds of the 4-on-4. Morris shoots, pad save by Sheldon. And then Mackenzie can't keep it in, and he'll stay in the attacking zone as a forecheck. Scimitars drop 3 men back to the blue line on the 4-on-4. Still on the boards. Officials shouting play. And all compiling in, and we'll have a stoppage.
It was a fascinating battle of Steellogs present and past there with Brammer against Calvert, and Calvert nearly heading for the wrong penalty box, showing how often he's been playing on the home team here. But, yeah, some similar characteristics between the two of them, and neither of them wanted to give up on that little confrontation.
So the 2 number 7s have come to take a seat in the penalty box. We'll find out what the adjudication is in due course. In the meantime, in front of the Sims bench, I think it's Sam Jones receiving a bit of treatment in front of the bench. Got 1-1 on the scoreboard, 15 seconds of 4-on-4, and then the Sims will have a short spell on the power play.
So it's looking like he's got a cut from the way that Shirley was trying to apply pressure to the face. See if she has to get a sewing kit out.
Yeah. Officials discussing in front of us the what's to be done. I haven't seen anything go on the boards. If anything, it would be coincidental, you would think, if we were just talking minors.
Can we have a representative from Ice Sheffield, please, to the ice? We need the ice cleaning.
Ben Morgan knows better than the rink announcer.
Announcer asked for somebody from the rink to come clean the ice, and Morg skates over. No, we don't need anyone, we're fine.
Just hoping the puck gets dropped soon, because whatever this music is, it's terrible. Is it Scooter or something like that? It's offending my eardrums.
So we don't know what the there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing on the clock, so we'll hear the announcement. But so they'll say as coincidental penalties. So the clock will run 15 seconds on the Sheffield penalty, 52 seconds on the Nottingham penalty, and then the other two will come out in 2 minutes' time and the next stoppage. So Hurst returns to the ice for Sheffield. A 35-second power play for them. Morgan brings it through, gains the zone, kept in by Gibson. And they are coincidental roughing minors, I think I heard.
Yes, that was right.
The 2 number 7s. So they'll sit for a couple of minutes and feel shame, as they say. Sheffield behind the net. 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Comes out to Warren Tate. Working to try and get an opening for a shot, but can't do that. And Lions come back to strength. Louis Newell back to 5-on-5. And the shot from Tate is wide of the target. Nothing on target during the power play. And this is Luca to get up ahead of steam and take it all the way up the ice for Nottingham. As it is outlet to Hopkins. Drop pass for Hazeldine, ran behind the net. And then coming in pace was Bailey Challenge, but he can't get past the blue wall in defence, so it's a breakout for Sims. And Mackenzie fakes the pass and then finally fires the shot, but only finds the pads of Luca Sheldon, and the Nottingham goalie hangs on.
He had a nice little deep, but then the release was fairly gentle, so not creating too many problems or much of a rebound.
Face-off win. It was won by Sheffield, but took it down on the Nottingham side, and behind the net is Mackenzie. Looks for the pass in front to Springer Hughes. But Nottingham bring out 3-on-2 if they can use it. Instead, the pass is too strong. Springer Hughes backhand to intended for Mackenzie, but it's Bailey Challenge. And this near side, Kieran Gibbs. Great outlet pass. 2-on-2, firing the shot, stick away by Hadfield. And it goes out of play. So we'll take a face-off in the Sheffield defensive zone with 7:23 to play in the period. Still Sheffield 1, Nottingham 1. And chances are starting to come a bit more as the team's kind of finding their feet now, Roger.
That's it, yeah, it's opening up a bit. Still not got the flow, but I'm sure it will come.
Shot through traffic all the way from Jordan Wright, it was, just inside the blue. But, safely pouched by Hadfield, so we'll have a do-over in the defensive zone for the Scimitars. Duncombe's pass put his man into trouble, so forces the turnover. Hopkins round behind the net is Louis Newell. Comes into the circle, fires on the turn. Hadfield makes the save. Causing pressure down low, but Sheffield had possession for a moment, but then lost it, and skidding through traffic. And it's waved off. A couple of noises, people thought it was in, but Hadfield's net held firm, and they're still tied at 1, coming down to 6.5 to play in this first period.
So, judging by the way he was shaking his hand, I think somebody got a bit of a slash on Newell just to put him off at the last moment.
Shot from Nixon's gloved away. Not 100% convincingly, but successfully enough by Sheldon. And the counter-attack from the Lions. Can't control the pass, and it comes back again. So it's like 3-on-3 overtime, but with 5-on-5, it's like one way into there and one way into there. This is Luca, and Luca! He's done that all through his career here in the UK. And it's too strong for James Hadfield. And with 5:57 to play, it is the Sheffield Scimitars 1, Nottingham Lions 2.
Didn't have a massive amount of time or space, but it was enough. And he spotted that gap in the top right-hand corner that he obviously fancied and put it straight in there. Looks like he has his sights very much set tonight, which is it's not good news for the Scimitars.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of times the two tournaments. Look for the Lions. When he's on, he's pretty much unstoppable at times.
And it's equally said that he often only comes to life in the third period, so if he's 2 goals up already, then that doesn't bode well. We could be in for some real fireworks by the third. So Ashley Calvert and Tom Norton pick up the assists on the Vladimir Luka go-ahead goal. So Sheffield 1, Nottingham 2. Sheffield defensive zone face-off. Warren Tate going in for it against Roden. Comes back on the Nottingham side, but deflected. And Lewis Bell takes his time behind the net. Looks to set up the breakout for Sheffield. Wild backhands it up the boards. Helped on by Gibson for Tate to chase. Tate has it again out
intended for the man in front. Just does Nottingham just do enough to put him off. Sheffield still have it, and does come back to the point with Sean Wilde, but he's forced into neutral ice, and Sheffield have to rebuild. Tate back to Wilde. Gibson dumps it in, intended for Springer Hughes. But, Sheffield's man jumped the gun into the blue line, and offside is the call. Now we come all the way down. Intentional offside is the call. Now come all the way down to the Sheffield defensive zone. Just under 5 minutes to play in this first period. Sheffield 1, Nottingham 2. Back on the Nottingham side, shot through traffic, stopped by Mackenzie. Looking to break out. Sheffield, two men getting in each other's way there, and allows Nottingham to force the turnover, which they do. Challenge can't get past Springer Hughes, but he in turn can't get past Barahowski, and it's turned over back and forth in the neutral zone before Sheffield try and bring it out. This is in the corner. Mackenzie fighting with Tom Palmer in the corner for it, but it comes out on the Sheffield side, and Ben Morgan leading the charge. Springer Hughes dumps it in round the boards. There's no blue jersey there, only folds to Bailey Challens. Digging in from Springer Hughes, but Nottingham still have it. 11 is Crowston, gets past Tyler Nixon, centering pass, and then he just fans on the shot. That was unfortunate from Tom Palmer. Great fast breaking for the Lions, but fans on the shot, and new men over the boards, so Sheffield allowed to bring it away. Scott Morris dumps it in for Ben Morgan. Morgan and Bell ever this far forward for the other Sheffield team?
They do. One of them more than the other, but yeah, they both like a pitch forward every so often.
This is Hopkins. And Hopkins drives towards the net, but the shot comes in from Humphreys. And Nottingham buoyed by that go-ahead goal. Looking to maybe add before the first interval. 3 minutes to go in the first frame here in Bauer Arena, Ice Sheffield. Lions still have it. Smart stick handling from Louis Neal, but then it's turned over. Too strong for Brammer, and it goes all the way for icing.
Yeah, some good work by Neal. Kind of bounced off Morgan, but kept the puck moving and kept the Lions in the zone there. So that Sheffield unit has to stay on the ice after the icing, and we'll see what comes of this. This is Luca, fires it over the bar. A wrist shot from just inside the blue line. Luca then cuts out the outlet pass, allows Nottingham to head forward again. 7 for Nottingham is Calvert, backhand pass. Doesn't reach Will Weldon, and Sheffield look to bring it out with Colton. Hurst's tip doesn't reach Brammer, and Nottingham come forward. Penalty coming on the play. Hustle from, I was going to say hustle from Vladimir Luka there, and then I had to stop myself. Great forward to keep it alive on the delay, and then just turns it over. Just kind of pace is not a defining feature for Vlad. There is a hustle to his game. He will suddenly kind of like burst into life. Maybe it doesn't take him a long way, but there's those little bursts of acceleration to create some space.
So inside the final 2 minutes, a slashing penalty on Andy Hurst. Puts Lions back on the power play. Lloyd Gibson for Sheffield looking to run off some of that time, keeping possession for the men in blue. And Yardley fires it down the ice. This is Bailey Challens. set up on the PP for the Lions. 19 is Gretton. Comes across to Challens. Saved by Hadfield. And Gibson backhands it out into plenty of space down the ice. So Sheldon comes all the way to the boards, plays it up the ice. Final minute of the first frame here in this Sunday night Three Rivers Cup. 50 seconds on the power play. Nottingham can't quite gain the zone, so Calvert keeps control, cycles through neutral ice. And then backhand pass intended for Hopkins, but does find its target eventually. And Hopkins' intended pass again to Luca was cut out by Mackenzie. And Sheffield looks to bring it away. Morgan backhands it to Morris, and Morris completes the clearance into neutral ice. Final 20 seconds of the period. Calvert drops it to Luca at the point. 13 is Norton. Norton fires it wide of the target. Luca picks it up. 10 seconds. Keeping Luca at distance, fires it. Double the deflections, and Hatfield had to react, but it goes for his benefit wide of the mark. And the buzzer sounds to bring to an end of first period. Just a few seconds of carryover to the power play, but that will almost certainly be killed at the start of period 2. So we have a 2-1 scoreline for the Nottingham Lions, and it took a while for that one to get going, Roger, but in the end, plenty of chances, plenty of action from both teams, and bodes well for the rest of the game.
So yeah, kind of feel, once we got kind of probably into that kind of last 5 minutes of the period that teams kind of had settled in and were kind of doing their thing a bit more naturally. I think plenty more goals to come in this game, and no doubt some of them will involve Vlad Luca based on what we've seen so far. Yeah, no, it certainly seems up for it. The goals that we've seen, we'll see the replay shortly, with the Pywell's tip, and then it was Luca's tip, and then Luca with the second one, the bullet from the top of the circle. The two tips, obviously, it took a couple of goals for us to see the tip in for the first one, so that was obviously smart work from Luca. He went to the side of the net, knew where to go. Absolutely. And that hand-eye to get the deflection, puck in mid-air is a great skill. And then the shot from the top of the circle, as we know, that's what he can do. He's done it a few times in these two tournaments already. If he's up and running after one period, and there's plenty of fireworks left to come, hopefully, for the rest of the game. Just a reminder, we got a couple of mentions in that last period. The raffle that is going on, the online raffle.com. If you go to the Scimitars social media, either on Facebook or on Twitter, look for the post with the links to the raffle page. 50-50 draw and Scott Mackenzie's jersey, and obviously the more tickets we can sell, the bigger that cash prize will be. So that's at raffle.com. If you look for the links on the social media. And also there's a Just Giving page if you want to support the stream and junior hockey in Sheffield. Obviously the stream is being provided free of charge for the Three Rivers Cup. So look for the links on the Scimitars social media. We'll take a short break here in the commentary box. We'll be back very shortly with period 2 action. We'll review the highlights. We'll leave you with those as we take our break. But after one period at the Bauer Arena, it is the Sheffield Scimitars 1, Nottingham Lions 2.
Warm welcome back to the Bauer Arena, Sheffield. Craig Simpson, Roger Williams with you. Period 2 about to begin. It's Three Rivers Cup action here Sunday afternoon. After 20 minutes, it is the Lions who lead it by 2-1. 4 seconds left on a Nottingham power play. Mr. Hurst in the box, yes he is. We'll expect that to be killed off and we'll resume 5-on-5, but hoping from our sakes the action continues as it did at the end of P1.
Yeah, definitely kind of picked up as we got towards the end of the session, so more of the same would be most welcome.
So off and running, penalty is killed. We're at 5-on-5. This is Brammer for Sheffield. Dumps it in, chases it himself, and does get there first from Jack Brammer. Causing trouble in front. It's Jones with the chance, deflected into the corner, picks up his own rebound, round behind the referee, uses them as a screen, and goes for Lewis Bell on the back stick, but pass didn't find its target, so Bell has to retreat, skating along the blue, deflected by Luca.
It's that hand-eye coordination again.
Yeah, it works at both ends of the ice. Well, technically it was the same end of the ice as last time, but yeah, semantics. That's a big word for a Sunday afternoon as well. 1 minute already gone by this second period. Warren Tate has it for the Sheffield Scimitars. Deflected off the skates of the referee to Lewis Bell. Pass intended for Gibson does finally reach Sheffield's 24. Nell behind the net to Tate, intended for Morgan at the top of the crease, but it was cut out. 21 for Nottingham was Hazeldine. Still sustained pressure from the Scimitars start of this second period. Gibson keeps it in. Sheffield change up the personnel. Allows the Lions to bring it out. Some respite on the line change. And then Luca into space intended for Calvert, but it's Sheffield to bring it out. And then on the line change, Humphreys timed it perfectly, but doesn't quite spring onto the puck, and Lions bring away a challenge forward to Hopkins. Held up in front of the Lions bench, so we'll get a stoppage there. Stop the players congregating in one place. Safety first, and we'll take our first stoppage of the period.
It's been an interesting one through all of the return to play games. There are some nights when the officials are kind of all over that in terms of, puck trapped on the boards, quick whistle. Other nights, I don't know whether they forget or just let it go. But yeah, I think it's never the most entertaining bit of any game, is it, when you've got kind of 6 guys jammed in the balls around the puck anyway. So no problem with the swift whistle here.
Yeah, no, it seems to have worked. Like you say, the majority of the time works well, and the players understand what it's for, and kind of they accept it and they just get on with it. First save from Sheldon this period, shot in close. Springer Hughes cycles around top of the circle, forward pass, and then Wilde doesn't quite get the shot away, so has to pass McKenzie. Trapped on the back of the net, short time, and Lions managed to break it free and look for the outlet. This is 3 minutes already gone by in this period 2. Sunday afternoon, 3 Rivers Cup actions. Sheffield 1, Nottingham 2. Hopkins Tries the backhand, doesn't quite get it on target. Sheffield have to fire it down the ice. And we do get the icing call. So that unit will have to stay on for the Sims.
So coaches are rarely happy about that kind of icing, but I think actually with the pressure that the Lions were mounting, it was probably a judicious move.
Yeah. Mackenzie wins the face-off, but comes back eventually on the Lions side. 14 for Nottingham's Fisher. Knocked off it by Sheffield, but comes back in front. Smart stop from Hadfield, as it was Tom Palmer with the wraparound attempt. And this is Mackenzie. Gets past Palmer, but not past Toby Fisher. And Nottingham take possession. Sheffield change the lines, and Lions coming forward. 28 for Nottingham's Gibbs. He's battling in the corner. It's Humphreys that wins it for Sheffield. Sheffield's goal scorer Pyrrell on this near boards. Scrappy play behind the nets. Lions looking for the outlet. Dermot finally does get free and sets up Calvert. Skating through trouble, but literally does get all the way through, and then the wrist shot safely pouched by Hadfield, and skating literally through the objects. Ashley Calvert gets to the top of the far circle, lets the shot go, but Hadfield equal to it. It's still 2-1, 4.5 gone by.
So the Lions have come out a bit more on the pace of the game. Scimitars just need to stick to the simple things and get themselves back into it and generate some opportunities.
Yeah, wrist shot from Lucas, blocked away by Hadfield. And it's set up a Sheffield attack. Kept in smartly by Hurst at the blue line. And Otley, shot is deflected as he's looking to pick out the far corner. This is Weldon settling for Calvert, but it didn't find its target. Tom Norton in 13, he's knocked off it. Sheffield bring it forward. Jones, Forsyth is Hurst, got Brammer with him. Tries a centering pass, but he's knocked off it. And Lions have a 3-on-3 if they can use the pace. Coming down, this is Hopkins. Forced round behind the net by Morgan. In a blink of an eye, it's Jack Brammer at the other end. Brammer takes a seat by Bailey Challens. Trying to go the middle of the two defences. And the outlet pass too strong, and icing is the call. So from one end, briefly to the other, so we had Jack Hopkins and then breakaway to Jack Brammer, as we've mentioned at the top. The two Jacks, the two prospects from the respective teams, and both showing their form today.
So on the previous sortie, Brammer had opted for the dump, so interesting to see him trying the alternative approach, although based on the way he was sat down, he may opt for the dump again next time around.
Yeah, Bailey Challenge taking no risks there, putting the hit on the Sheffield man. Kept in by Nixon at the blue line. Sheffield looking to set up from behind the net. Challenge will take a hit, and then Nell has the shot saved by Luca Sheldon. And that does draw the whistle, so we'll go to a Sheffield Scimitars power play. Bailey Challenge sits 2 for tripping, hooking. What do we think?
Possibly Hawaii 5-0 with the mind that you're doing there, Craig. But,
tripping is the call, and first full 2-minute power play of this second period. Sheffield looking to set up. This is Nell at the blue line. It's got Morgan there as well. Fires it across the face of net. Kept in by Jones. Tate, Morgan. Plenty of options on this Sheffield power play. Morgan fakes the shot and eventually passes. Jones fires it one time to Nell, and it's through there to Sheldon. Makes 2 good saves. Got Lloyd Gibson at the top of the slot, and then Nell fires it in looking for a tip from Gibson. Nothing doing. Still in possession from the Scimitars. 1:10 on the power play. This is Jones. One time passing. This is Tate looking for the shot, and then it's tipped in front. Sheldon makes a save. Puck ends up in the net, but the referee has blown the whistle.
I guess that's one where the referee had decided they were blowing their whistle.
Yeah, it's covered. He'd seen the puck covered, so he blew, and then another poke through, and it ended up over the line.
So it was a cracking shift in front of the netminder from Lloyd Gibson, using his experience rather than his size to be a real handful.
Almost getting his rewards, but Sheffield looking to set up again inside the 2nd minute of the power play. This is McKenzie. The one-timer doesn't quite connect. Set up again, McKenzie at this near side. The one-timer from Hurst, set up by Springer Hughes. That goes wide of the mark. 40 seconds on the man advantage. Puck deflects into neutralise, so Sheffield have to regroup. It's Lewis Bell. Takes it from his own blue. Gains the zone, stops. Pivots and then drops it for the pass. That's across the front of crease. Lewis Bell has it again. Springer Hughes goes to the top of the crease. Now Hurst's in the slot there, but final few seconds. And challenge does return to the ice. So penalty killed by the Lions. But best special teams from the Sheffield club so far. Set up in the zone for pretty much the full power play, creating some great chances in front. But just not getting the puck over the line to the referee's satisfaction.
Yeah, kind of did everything but score, really. And it looks like Andy Hurst may not have shaken off the snake bite that he had a couple of weeks back.
Yes, I remember that. He was, you see, chances all over, but just couldn't find the target. Big hit in boards in front of us. Steve Duncombe.
Swapping sticks.
And then they had a collision. They picked up, started skating, and realised they had each other's stick. So, is this yours, sir?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I've just tried to kill you, but can I have my stick back? Thank you. 11 minutes to play, period 2. Still 2-1 for the Lions. Haven't absorbed a lot of pressure this period 2 so far. Can they do anything on this counter? 8 for Nottingham. It's Humphreys. Humphreys is brought down. And Lions will return to the power play.
Be an interesting one to see that from a different angle, because he didn't appear to be moving at that great speed, but got some real height and distance on his fall.
So it's Lewis Otley taking a seat. So after a well-set Sheffield power play, which didn't pay any dividends, Nottingham get a chance to respond. And they'll start with Toby Fisher taking the draw against Warren Tate. Comes back on the Nottingham side, but then is turned over. Lloyd Gibson forces the turnover. Tate, glove save by Sheldon. A short-handed break from Warren Tate.
So the experience on that Scimitars penalty kill. So you got Lloyd Gibson, Warren Tate and Ben Morgan. It's a combined age which it's certainly getting well up there, isn't it? And
you can say that, I couldn't possibly comment.
Ben Morgan loves it when he's accused of being old.
Lions gain the zone, looking to get set up in the attacking zone. It's a challenge at the blue line. That's Gretton at the top of the crease. They're trying to find a way to get a shot through for Gretton to look at tip or whatever, but nothing doing. And it's Ben Morgan bringing out for the Scimitars. Rammed the boards to Mackenzie. These short-handed Scimitars looking equally dangerous. Pass to Lewis Bell. And it's knocked off it by the Lions. They're coming forwards. Joe Gretton it was, but forced all the way back. And Archie Hazeldine has it behind his own net. Looks for the long pass.
I think it may be some kind of record that we got a minute and 20 into that power play before Luca got on the ice.
I was expecting them on early doors, to be honest. But
Yeah. But he is on now, and the face-off is in front of Hadfield's goal.
And he is standing in the high slot, kind of poised. We'll see what comes. 35 seconds on the power play. Face-off win. Luca does go to the OV spot, as it is.
He does.
And this is Vladimir Luca. Shot over the bar and into the netting above the plexiglass. After I give him a big build-up, it didn't quite follow through with the OV one-timer, but
Even Ovi doesn't hit the target every time.
23 seconds on the man advantage. Again, attacking face-off for Nottingham Lions. Deflected. And again, into the netting. Tom Norton shot from the just inside the blue. Will go again from the Sheffield defensive zone. Pywell wins it for Sheffield round to Duncan, but it's kept in at the blue line by Norton to Luca on these near boards. And Norton's shot takes a couple of deflections, and then Luca just does winds up for a one-time, but then the puck takes an odd bounce, and then Luca just
Is that really a cross-check?
helps Cameron Pywell towards the ice.
Just like a bit of a push in my opinion. But what do I know?
So the third straight power play, and again we switch to the Sheffield man advantage. Lucas at 2 for cross-checking. Sheffield have got their line with Mackenzie and Springer Hughes. One-timer from Hurst. Saved by Sheldon. It's loose front, it's still there. Oh! And it takes all sorts of bounces. Mackenzie from behind the net. Pinballs off skates and sticks and all sorts, and ends up in the net for a power play game-tying goal. I don't think it was a Sheffield man within 6 feet of the puck, was it?
I think it was at Weldon's skate it came up, I think. So yeah, Sheldon had done a good job of scrambling and denying the threat from in front, but shall we credit
Harsh on Lucas Sheldon that after doing so well to make the earlier save and then get back in position and beaten by that, but they all count, and we're tied again at 2-2. So it is Mackenzie's goal. So Mackenzie, Hurst and Springer Hughes on the goal. It's 2-2, 8 minutes to play in this second period. Sunday afternoon, a Three Rivers Cup action, the Sheffield Scimitars and the Nottingham Lions. Elliott now dumps it into the corner for Gibson to chase. Comes around on this near side. It's cleared all the way down the ice, Bailey challenge. And then Hadfield covers it up and draws the face-off. Reminder again, the raffle that's going on throughout the game. If you look for the post on the Scimitars social media, Facebook and Twitter. Look for the links to the raffle page. It's a 50-50 draw is the first prize, and a Scott McKenzie jersey is the second prize. Of course, the more tickets we sell, the bigger that cash prize will be. So look for the links to the raffle.com. Support the Sheffield Scimitars putting on these streaming games free of charge for you to watch. Near side is Tom Humphreys. And escapes into neutral ice. Duncan wins the race, gets there first. Otley backhanded. Intended for Pywell, but it's Sheldon plays it. And Soden round behind for Nottingham. Then the pass deflected. Picked up though by Hopkins, and he leads the charge. 18 for Nottingham is Newell. Hazeldine. Small stop by Hadfield. Hopkins behind the net again. 18 is Newell, round behind the net. Finds its way to Jack Hopkins. And it's kind of his own man who causes the turnover, but Sheffield do just keep a hold of it. There's a collision in front of the Sheffield bench, but it's 3-on-2 at the attacking end if Nottingham can use it. But they can't, and smart defensive play by Lewis Bell. Beats out the odd man rush and sets Sheffield up to go the other way. This is Sam Jones, has Hurst. Hurst takes it forwards. And Sheffield into the empty net. That was Jack Brammer. Picked up the puck. And with Lucas Sheldon having already been committed to this near side, Brammer had the easiest of chances from the quite low down just in front of the goal line, but makes no mistake, and Sheffield turned the game on its head and lead now by 3-2. Probably
About, I guess, 30 seconds before that goal, there was a coming together between, I think it was Brammer and Hopkins. I think it was the two Jacks, and Jack Brammer would definitely look interested in making more of that. He was wiggling the gloves, but there was no interest, and I guess maybe Brammer's benefited from that because he ends the shift with the go-ahead goal.
Yeah.
Jack Brammer, assisted 77 Andy Hurst and 33 Sam Jones. Goal number 3 for the Scimitars.
So from the restart, Scimitars ice it. I'll come down to the Sims defensive end for the face-off. 5:44 on the clock. So Nottingham started period 2 so brightly, have surrendered the lead and then fallen behind. Sheffield coming out again. That's 3-on-2, 4-on-2. Men coming back finally for Nottingham. But a counter-attack coming in waves, the Sheffield Scimitars. Sheffield give it up, and then Lewis Bell, smart defensive play, remember, just before the go-ahead goal as well, breaking up the 3-on-2. And then Sheldon just does enough to stop it from snake-bitten Andy Hurst. He did pick up an assist on the go-ahead goal, but didn't find the target himself. Sheldon just does enough, and we're still 3-2. Counter attack then from the Lions. 14 leading the charge, Toby Fisher. Down low, Toby Fisher then goes to the front of that looking for the outlet, but it's broken up by Yardley. Still has it. Drops it to Springer Hughes, and then round the boards. Yardley and McKenzie kept in at the blue line. Morris over to Ruskin, Springer Hughes. Deflected off a skate, intended for Yardley, but then Lions gain possession, looking to break out from behind the net. Strong pressure from Scott Morris, but Nottingham do come forwards. And Tate's outlet for Springer Hughes. Finds only a Nottingham stick, and there's the Lions coming forward with it. There's that Palmer's skating with one glove. There's an errant glove lying on the ice somewhere.
Just on the near side, out of our vision.
Lionel has it.
Got it, yeah.
Elliott now forcing the pressure. If I saw Elliott now skating towards me, I'd get out of the way as well. Lions coming forwards. And then just numbers in front of the net really causes a Sheffield turnover, and they're breaking forward. Tate's outlet pass finds only a Nottingham stick. 3.5 to play in period 2. Norton's pass finally. Hazeldine saved by Hadfield, kept in by Norton. Hopkins looks to go far corner, but it's just wide of the mark. And the rebound, can't find the target either. Norton battling with Pyrell on these boards. It comes back Sheffield's way, and the outlet intended for Humphreys. And then gives it straight to Pyrell. Pyrell to Humphreys. Hazeldine made amends for the turnover by getting a stick in the lane there, but still putting his team under pressure. Coming forward at pace, that's Hopkins, saved by Hadfield. Forced wide by Steve Duncan in the chase. Humphreys and Pyrell for Sheffield. Across to Danico. Danico intended for Humphreys. And it's just Sam Jones, plenty of space for him, but puck bubbles and finds the glove of Luca Sheldon. And we have exactly 2 minutes to play. It is Sheffield Scimitars 3, Nottingham Lions 2.
So I had another one of those turnarounds. So we had that the power play where for Lions, where Luca only came out late. The Lions didn't score. Luca gave away the penalty that Scimitars equalised on, and then move on to get ahead, despite the Lions probably having had the Lions' share of the game before that.
It's a funny old game, as somebody once said. Not necessarily about us either. Final 2 minutes of the second period behind the Sheffield net. Small play from Luca, looking to turn it over. Hadfield goes post to post. Looking to finesse the pass. It's not kept in though. Challenge turns and does finally gain the zone. Fires it on net, but wide of the mark, and Duncan clears. Off the boards to Hurst. Finds himself in on the goal! Andy Hurst! Ping and in!
I think the snake, the monkey and whatever else have all been forcefully removed by that shot.
Perfect timing, skating along the blue line. The outlet from Duncan off the boards, and just acres of space, able to skate in, pick his spot, and goes across Lucas Sheldon, in off the far post. And blink of an eye, it is a 2-goal lead for the Scimitars. Sheffield 4, Nottingham 2.
Just kind of sensed he was taking his time to put everything in the kitchen sink behind that one, but it was placed as well as having the power.
It's well deserved as well. It's been a lot in the centre of a lot of things at the attacking end for the Sims, so deserved notch in the goal column for Andy Hurst. Mackenzie in the high slot looks for the shot, and Sheldon gets the glove on that and hangs on for the face-off. 38 seconds on the clock.
It's good work to work out who got the second assist on that one.
Well, it kind of went past Jack Brummer, so he was in the vicinity.
He's a candidate.
It was definitely Dunk's outlet,
yes.
Past Brummer, off the boards. So Brummer was in the postcode area. We'll give him the assist. That's fine. Final 30 seconds, Sheffield set up again in the attacking zone. And as we say, that Springer Hughes loses it to Hopkins. Cleared forward by the Lions. 21 is Hazeldine. Hopkins forward. And then the pass to the slot only finds a Sheffield stick. And that should be the final action, or the final chance of this second period. And the buzzer does sound. So after 2 periods of this Three Rivers Cup action, Sheffield will head to the locker rooms with a 2-goal lead. And a period of 2 halves. Definitely Nottingham started very much the brighter. And there's that spell of the successive power plays. And then when Nottingham had a 2-on-1, I think it was a 2-on-1, which Lewis Bell upset, and then came up the other way. And then from that time, the Sims have kind of controlled the action. Yeah,
they rode out the that period of Nottingham control and dominance, and and have come back from 2-1 down at the start of the period. Yes, yeah. So yeah, kind of 3 unanswered through the period. But as so often, you wouldn't say it was a 3-0 period overall, but Sims took their chances, Lions didn't. 4-2 is where we're at.
Yeah, and we'll see what the third period brings. It's been, I say, very much seesaw, the momentum going one way and then t'other. So we'll see what period 3 can bring. A reminder again, if you are watching the stream, to join in the raffle, the online raffle that's going on. 2 prizes. First prize is the 50-50 cash prize. So the more tickets we sell, the bigger that prize will be. And also second prize, a Scott McKenzie jersey. So if you look for the links on the Scimitars social media, either on Twitter or on Facebook, find the links to the raffle.com. The competition is on there. Buy your tickets to support the stream. Also, you can support the Sheffield Academy, putting these streams on free of charge. Also, be a link on the social media to a Just Giving page if you want to chip in a few pennies to support the stream being done. The Three Rivers Cup, all of the teams doing their streams free of charge. So any support for the respective clubs greatly appreciated. But as it is here at the Bauer Arena, Sheffield, after 40 minutes, we'll take another break here. We'll play some highlights for you to enjoy on the stream, and we'll come back to you very shortly. But it is after 40 minutes. Sheffield Scimitars 4, Nottingham Lions 2. teams coming back onto the ice here, the Bauer Arena Ice Sheffield. We're very welcome back for period 3. Three Rivers Cup action is Sunday afternoon. Craig Simpson and Roger Williams with you here at ringside. 4-2 Scimitars lead after 40 minutes. And we're just going to give up predicting what's going to happen because the players will just do their own thing. And as we saw last period, it was Nottingham, then it was Sheffield, and who knows what's going to happen in P3.
It's the joy of sport, and I think ice hockey in particular, that anything can happen, and it can happen in a split second from one end to the other. So yeah, it might be a 2-goal lead for the Scimitars right now, but with 20 minutes left to play, literally anything is possible.
It's good to see the seesaw thing isn't exclusive to us here. I've been checking in on the other game that's going on, the South version of this, the Rugged Stock Cup going on. It's at Ali Pali. The Haringey Huskies hosting the Slough Jets. Slough were 2-0 up, Haringey were 5-2 up, and now it's 5-all. So if you can keep that one in the background, that's a barn burner as well. Ali Pali's on the bucket list of a rink to visit. It's a fantastic building. Looks fantastic when you see it on the screen, the old barn there in London. But attention turns closer to home, and we're underway here in period 3. Sheffield and Nottingham forward just onside, and play continues. Nottingham in the attacking zone. Weldon's pass back to the point, and Hazeldine's shot is gloved by Hadfield, and we'll take the first face off in the Sheffield defensive zone.
It's one of the joys of these games that you get players in the odd bit of random equipment. So Will Weldon is very easy to pick out with his blue, presumably Phantoms helmet.
Indeed. We had was it the week we had Kieran Brown in his orange?
Yeah, and his Telford tops.
Telford helmet. Oh.
Yeah, and so Vanya Antonov playing for the Bees in his red helmet and red gloves was very easy to spot for in the Bees lineup.
As it is, face off back on the Nottingham side, stick save by Hadfield, kept alive by the Lions. Hopkins Gretton round behind looking for the outlet, nobody there, so he keeps it himself. Pressured by Hurst, still Joe Gretton. Challenge goes all the way through and forces the stop from Hadfield. And Sheffield able to bring it away. Hopkins is upended in front of the net, and play continues. Can't control the outlet, and Sheffield come back the other way. Brammer turns, finds it in, and goes off for a change. New personnel over the boards for the Scimitars. And Nottingham looking to bring it out from behind their own goal line. Springer Hughes is the forechecker. Strong forecheck. You're going to go 3 in the attacking zone on the forecheck, and Mackenzie does force the turnover. Springer Hughes was open for the shot, but that was cut out. Tom Dermott was smart defensive work, but Hopkins can't keep possession, and in a blink of an eye it's back with Sheffield, and then saved by Lucas Sheldon. Springer Hughes, Mackenzie, it's paired there with Scott Morris. Strong forward line for the Sims. First real save for Sheldon. I'll take a defensive face-off for the Lions. Inside 2 minutes already gone by in this third period. Scimitars up by 4-2 in this Three Rivers Cup tie here at the Bauer Arena Ice Sheffield. Springer Hughes round behind the net, has the Mackenzie in front. Can't find him, it comes back to neutralise, and Otley under pressure by Gibbs. So he uses his D partner to get out of trouble, and then Springer Hughes off the boards, too strong off the kickboards, and then that's Palmer dispossessed by Mackenzie, and then drops it all the way back to Duncombe, and will build from the behind the goal. Duncombe, he's knocked off it by Palmer. A bit casual from Steve Duncombe and puts Nottingham in possession, but then battling to get possession back again is that Pywell does well. Forward for Danico to chase. And then it's Archie Hazeldine bringing it away for the Lions. Dumped in by Gibbs. Round the boards is Otley, cuts it out for Sheffield to Steve Duncombe. And then Duncombe's pass is cut out by Will Weldon, he of the aforementioned blue lid. And then the clearance from Sheffield down for icing, so the Scimitars have to stay on the ice, and we'll have an attacking face-off for the Nottingham Lions. 3.5 minutes gone by, we're still 4-2. Scimitars hanging on to their lead comfortably so far.
That's some great gamesmanship there by the Sims bench, just to have a chat with the referee. Oh, although actually, looks like maybe that chat has led to the face-off coming to centre ice. So not gamesmanship, but getting the right outcome.
Yeah, that's the will cause a delay, so we'll have a timeout anyway before having to do this face-off thing. But as it is, the officials have consulted, and a face-off goes to centre. Back on the Lions side, this is Norton, gets over the blue, dumps it in. Morgan gets the tip and allows Sheffield to bring it away. It's Warren Tate in neutral ice, takes it back into his own zone. Uses the outlet of Nixon. Draws the two men and fires it up to Tate. Tate forward to Nell. Nell through on net. Shot. And it's wide of the mark from Elliot Nell. But Tate gets the rebound. Centering pass. That was intended for Gibson, but it's cut out by Nottingham. And this is Weldon over the blue. Dumps it in. Comes all the way round to this near side. And as Weldon again just loses it slightly with Tom Norton. Smart stuff from Norton, just off the edge of the goal frame. Best chance of the period from the line so far. This is Weldon behind the net. Loses it to Nixon. But clearance only as far as Vlad Luka. Looking to cycle it for the Lions, keeping the pressure on. 4.5 minutes gone by. Luka loses it in the corner, and then Norton wins it back over Ben Morgan. And Scimitars finally able to clear down the ice. Icing is called. Warren Tate's clearance goes all the way. So we'll come back to a defensive zone face-off. 15:02 in the third period. Sheffield 4, Nottingham 2. Clean win from Nottingham. Hopkins battling with his literal opposite number, Ben Morgan. Sheffield bring it away. Bramman, and it's cut out by Nottingham in centre ice. This is Hopkins. Muscled off it by a cohort of Sheffield defence. Allows the Scimitars to clear it, and they do finally get their new line on the ice. Big hit at the boards by Sam Jones, and that will be penalised. Cross-checking is the call.
It seems to be today's default call.
So still trailing by 2. Nottingham get their first chance on the PP to try and claw their way back, reduce the deficit.
Oh, no, has that been changed to an elbow?
A 2-minute penalty awarded against the Sheffield number 33, Sam Jones. 2 minutes for use of the elbow penalty time at 44 minutes 30 seconds.
Elbowing is the official call.
So I'm sure the initial call was a cross-check. I wasn't convinced it was the right call, but I'm sure it was the initial call. But,
either way, it's PP for the Lions. Offensive face-off comes back on their side. Luca is on early doors in this power play, see if that has any benefit. He has it on the far boards. To Norton at the top, fakes the shot back to Luca. Hazeldine intended for Weldon, but it went all the way across, so Luca keeps it alive. He's got Norton at the point, so it goes down low to Weldon, then shoveled away by Hazeldine. Still Luca skits to the face-off slot, and it's tapped in. Came all the way across net, evaded Hatfield, and it was the simplest of tap-ins. Is that Archie Hazeldine at the back stick? I think it was.
So it was Lewis Bell who managed to lose his stick that ended up on the top of Hadfield's net. He went to pick it up and somehow missed it, and then I think, yeah, it somewhat impeded his ability to get in the right spot. But there were other players around who could have been more active in keeping the Lions out.
However it came about, it's a power play goal for the Nottingham Lions, and it reduces the arrears to 4-3. It is hit Archie Hazeldine with the goal, Luca and Hopkins with the assists. So it is down to a 1-goal game. Sheffield will look to reassert their dominance from the end of period 2, certainly. Or will that give Lions new life to come back in this third period? 13 minutes is on the clock. Pass was tipped in front, so it's no icing. Nottingham not able to keep it in with Joe Humphreys. Played into neutralise. This is Gretton goes in low. Forced wide by Nixon, but still Gretton has it. Humphreys goes to the dirty area at the top of the crease, just gets the tip. Wide of the crease from that one. Sheffield unable to clear it easily. This is Jack Hopkins. And then the clearance all the way around the boards just finds Archie Hazeldine. That's Ashley Calvert. Warren Tate back with Vlad Luca. Swaps plays with Tom Norton. And now it's Archie Hazeldine looking for the outlet. Luca goes into neutralise. And this is Weldon, takes it over the blue. Lions look to get set up in formation. Down low is Calvert. Intended for Norton centering pass, but it was cut out by Tate. And cleared down the ice where Luca collects. Backhands it over to Hazeldine. Tipped by Weldon. Lions change up their personnel. And a pass from Nixon evades the skaters, but play waved on as we come 11.5 to play in the third period. Sheffield 4, Nottingham 3. And that's Brammers all alone. Backhand shot is wide of the mark. The Lions suddenly forgot Jack Brammer was the thing, and it didn't that time. Brammer from the top of the crease, and the pass from Sam Jones it was behind the net, and the 2-goal lead is restored. Sheffield 5, Nottingham 3.
So I think on that, the first chance that he went on the backhand, Jack didn't realise quite how much time he had, but he stuck to the task at hand and was in the right spot to capitalise and bag his second of the game.
Yeah, as I say, the Lions D left him alone the first time, got away with it, left him alone the second time.
Pay the penalty.
Top of the crease, no mistake from Jack Brummer. So the 2-goal margin restored. I think it was Sam Jones from behind the net. We'll see what the assists are.
Goal assistant number 33, Sam Jones, and number 6, Ben Morgan.
And Morgs as well gets the second helper on that one.
8 minutes, 50 seconds.
So Brammer from Jones and Morgan, 5-3 to the Scimitars. See what happens as it comes. This is the Lions scrapping for it in the attacking zone, cleared down the ice. But no icing on the play, so teams use that to change up their personnel. Come down to the midpoint of this third period. Sheffield up by 5-3. Mackenzie looks for Springer Hughes. Knocks off it by Hopkins, and Hopkins felled by Lewis Bell. Tripping is the call on Sheffield's number 4. Yeah, the reenactment from Lewis Bell, it still doesn't change the decision. I don't think the body check part of it was the problem. It was the fact that he took his legs away from underneath him was the issue.
Yeah.
When he kind of tripped him, which is why he got called for tripping. So Lions back on the power play. It's deja vu all over again. Can they reduce the arrears? Great save from Hatfield. As Hazeldine lets fly from this near circle. So power play chance for the Lions to reduce the arrears. Currently trailing by 5-3.
So it's can they get Luca into the OV spot? He's certainly over there on the far side.
He's wandering over that way, yes.
Yeah.
Hazeldine loses it. Can't keep it in the zone, so Archie Hazeldine has to return all the way down to his own goal line. Pressure from Lloyd Gibson, but finds the aforementioned Luca. Gets up the header speed through the neutral zone, but then loses it to Tate. Tate is 2-on-1 if he uses it with Gibson. Pass was just too far out of position, and Gibson couldn't fire the finish. Lions come back the other way. This is Hazeldine. Smart stick handling through past Warren Tate, but comes back to Norton near boards, all the way across to Luca at the OV spot, as we say. But Hazeldine loses out to Morris. Tries to bring it away, but he's dispossessed. Norton for Nottingham. 40 seconds left on the power play. Norton down behind the goal line, has Archie Hazeldine at the top. Keeps it in the blue. He's got Luca at the far side. Fakes a shot and then does let it go the second time. The rebound backhanded in by Tom Norton. A bit of a broken play in front. One of the Nottingham players lost their stick. There was a loose puck in front, and Tom Norton the first to react. And the backhanded into the corner past James Hatfield. And a power play goal for the Nottingham Lions reduces the arrears. It's Sheffield 5, Nottingham 4.
So yeah, almost can't say Luca was the dummy there, but I think maybe there was something in the minds of the Sims D about keeping aware of where he was, but the puck and the danger was more central.
Yeah, loose puck at the top of the crease, and it's Tom Norton backhands it in to reduce the gap. Loose puck gloved by Hadfield, and we'll draw the defensive face-off. Hadfield's left-hand side. We've got 8:15 to play in the third period. Which team is going to respond to that latest goal? Man down, and the play is blown dead. Collision with the bench door. Well, the bench door seems to be okay, so it's good to recover.
And I think Tom Palmer is fine as well. I just think he got his skates caught under him and got to hit at the time.
Lions through. Shouts from either side, kind of hey ho woo.
It's like a firework display now, isn't it?
Hey, yeah. I can't tell on the effects about which side it was. It's just noise. Hey!
Yeah.
I think it was Toby Fisher was through, and I think it was the Lions who were shouting for some sort of penalty as he was impeded through, but cleared down by the Scimitars for icing, and the offensive draw one on the Nottingham side. Shot from Gretton, sticked away by Hatfield, and Lewis Bell collects for Sheffield, looking to control it and bring it away. 7.5 to play in period 3. Gretton to Hopkins. Smart stick from Colton. Sets up Hurst. Hurst forward, intended for Springer Hughes. And then from one end to the other, icing waved off. 8 for Nottingham's Humphreys. He's in the corner with Brammer. Penalty is coming. Delayed penalty against presumably Jack Brammer. And it's played by Colton. And Jack Brammer will take a seat in the penalty box. Nottingham will return to the power play. And their best chance for a game-tying goal. Another man advantage. On comes same unit as before. We've got Luca, we've got Norton, we've got Weldon, Hazeldine and Hopkins. Clean win back on the line side. Shot from Norton goes all the way through. Seemed to beat everybody, but didn't find the target. Keeping it on the boards, Morgan. Cool head as always, then across to Wild, and he clears it down the length of the ice to relieve some of the pressure. Nottingham have it again. This is Luca. Looking for the best outlet, comes to Hazeldine on this near side. Hazeldine drops it to Hopkins again. Hazeldine across to Luca. He's got Norton at the top of the blue line. Goes down low to Gretton. Gretton comes in and tries to force it in near side, but Hatfield equal to it. Nottingham keep it alive. 65 seconds on the power play. 6 minutes remaining in the period. This is Norton. Fakes the shot. Back to Luca. Tries for the one-timer. Completely fans it and pings the post. That was Hazeldine from the bottom of this near circle. Kept in by Norton. Then the one-timer from the other side. Hopkins is wide of the target. Shouts for the net being off its mooring. And play is blown dead. All action from the Nottingham power play yet again. Hazeldine pings the post, but it stays out, and it's still Sheffield 5, Nottingham 4.
Yeah, so Luca just missed, fanned on that shot, but actually it seemed to create more, almost more panic than had the shot get in with the expected ferocity, and Lions kind of swarmed from there. If Lions can swarm.
Run behind the net, 14 is Fisher. He's dispossessed and cleared down the ice by Morgan, backhanded all the way down. Lucas Sheldon leaves it, which allows Sheffield to pick it up, and Morris plays it all the way back to his own zone and run off some more of this valuable time. It's 15 seconds on the power play. Nottingham's pass only finds Ben Morgan, and he'll run off the time into neutralise Mackenzie. Mackenzie leaves it. Final 5 seconds on the man advantage. Lewis Bell. Can't play as always from the Sheffield number 4. Brammer is out of the box, and it is Sheffield 7. Tip in front by Jones on a swift counter. Nottingham have it though. 4.5 minutes to play in period 3. Sheffield 5, Nottingham 4. And then a penalty in front of the Nottingham bench.
And the misconduct as well. So there are a few things that I think could have been called in that that passage of play. But, that was the one that Mr. Williams settled on.
Yeah, Ashley obviously wanted first use of the hot water, if such things are allowed in these current times. First into the dressing room, Ashley Calvert, so the minor penalty and then the extras for disagreeing with the referee. So Sheffield will go on the power play and Ashley Calvert will miss the rest of the game.
But, so it was a well taken, well, a created opportunity by Jack Brammer, having come out of the penalty box. Measured the pass nicely for Jones, but Jones couldn't quite get enough on it to get the shot on net. But that kind of created the slight panic that ultimately led to that penalty. Or maybe disarray rather than panic.
Just explain it to the Nottingham bench what the penalties are.
Receives a 2-minute minor for cross-checking and a 10-minute misconduct. Penalties time at 55 minutes.
So 2 for cross-checking and a 10-minute misconduct. We'll see the Sheffield Scimitars to the power play, setting up in the attacking zone. This is Tate. Down low to Nell. Gibson's there as well. Still Nell. He's got Morgan at the top. Instead turns and uses it himself. Lucas Sheldon hangs on and will take the face off. 1:38 on the power play, coming down to the 4-minute mark in this third period. Face off back on the Sheffield side. Tate to Morgan. Morgan looking for the pass. Goes down low for Tate. Nobody's in front of the net at the moment, so it's all down low and up high. And then Gibson takes the position at the slot. On Tate. And just eludes Gibson, trying to pull the trigger on that one. Jones down low to Nell. To Morgan, winds up and fires in from distance. Ben Morgan. A power play goal for Sheffield. Morgan from the top into the far corner past Lucas Sheldon. And once again restores a 2-goal lead. 3.5 minutes to play. It is Sheffield 6, Nottingham 4.
So Morgs is someone who's always a pass first rather than a shoot first type. But just that reminder there that he does he can put some beef behind it when he does choose to let her in.
Yeah. And even that one, he kind of thought he had one go and will I, yeah, and then he said yes I will.
Yeah, commit to it.
And he should kind of do that more often. So 3:20 coming down in period 3, 2-goal margin once again for the Sheffield Scimitars. Nell and Jones pick up the assists on Morgan's power play goal. Mackenzie in front to Springer Hughes. Springer Hughes from the slot through traffic and beats Lucas Sheldon, and giving a somewhat lopsided view of the scoreboard now. 7-4. Springer Hughes from Scott Mackenzie, and you have to think, don't want to be preemptive, but you have to think that kind of puts the seal on things as far as the result.
Yeah, maybe Morgan put the coffin lid on, but Springer Hughes is just adding a nail to make sure.
I think the DJ should be sacked for playing that, but never mind. Just under 3 minutes to play in the third period, so that's 7-4.
Time down 56 minutes, 57 seconds. Scorer number 3, Ruskin Hughes.
This is Danico cycled down low for Sheffield, cleared in to neutralise. Palmer across to this near side. 20 for Sheffield, Tom Palmer. Drops it to Newell. Newell battles on through, but he's dispossessed by Pywell. And the Sheffield man brings it away. Through a number of Nottingham sticks, but then Pywell, it's still with him, doesn't realise he had it in the corner. It's fired on net by Brammer. Pywell again causing trouble behind the net.
And we're into the final 2 minutes of the game. Final 2 minutes.
Brammer's first to react to the loose puck again. Brammer's battling in front of the net with a couple of Sheffield and Nottingham guys going there. Who's he going with? It's Tom Dermott. And then he retreats to the goal line looking for the one-time or the tip, but then does get a tip and a smart stop by Lucas Sheldon. It's cleared and icing waved off, so Duncombe has to play it from behind the goal line. Finds Hurst this near side along the blue line to Duncombe, and then Duncombe loses it to Crowston. Can't find his own man for the one-timer, so Sheffield come away 3-on-3. This is Jones. He's got Brammer and Hurst with him. Cut out by Hazeldine behind the net. Hazeldine again to this near side, and Crowston. Shot off a stick and goes into the netting, so we'll take a face off. There's Barahowski with the chance, but it's deflected up and out of play. 41 seconds remaining, a 3-goal margin for the Scimitars.
Really not feeling like a 3-goal split between the teams. Not to me, anyway.
No, it's been a seesaw affair, and the 7-4 possibly flatters somewhat, but Nottingham pressing right to the end. 19, Joe Gretton with the shot, gloved by Hatfield. There's been another between these two teams, both in the North Cup and this Three Rivers Cup. They've put on some great games, these two teams, and another couple of times each. So hopefully more to come from these two. Duncombe scrapping for a kick save by Hatfield. Final 10 seconds, puck is in the Sheffield zone. Humphreys leaves it, it's into neutral ice, and that will do it. The final buzzer goes, and the 3 points, the Three Rivers Cup points. Get the right words in the right order eventually. The points go to the Scimitars. They take the win by 7-4. Any standout? We'll find you possibly the official man of the matches, but any standouts from either side from yourself, Roger?
Well, I think that the two Jacks that you kind of picked out at the top of the show both showed a lot of quality in different games. Not seeing Jack Brammer both with the relatively kind of skilled offensive side of his game, but also not afraid to get stuck in as well. And Jack Hopkins, kind of a constant source of energy and forward momentum whenever he was on the ice. So yeah, I'd certainly have a look at those two. Yeah. Also from the Nottingham side, we say about when we had that power play unit, included Hopkins and Hazeldine. They're both 16 years old, playing their first senior hockey this year. So fantastic for the future and where that can take them. Obviously, Archie's seeing what his brother can get up to, so it's something to follow for him. And obviously that line we mentioned with the Scott McKenzie, Springer Hughes line, always dangerous. And we'll get the official man of the matches later. We'll probably have to put them on social media. Don't forget, the last chance to get your tickets if you want to take part in our 50-50 or the Scott McKenzie jersey. If you look on the social media for the links to the raffle pages, there's two prizes. First prize is a 50-50. Second prize is Scott McKenzie's jersey. The more tickets we sell, the bigger that prize will be, the cash prize. Also, if you want to support the streaming of these games, then there's also a link to a Just Giving on the Sheffield Scimitars social media as well. We're back on Saturday, right back here in the Bauer Arena. It's Sheffield Scimitars versus the Widnes Wild. I believe it's 7 o'clock on Saturday. I believe so too.
but obviously you'll be able to follow on social media, get the details from that ahead of next weekend. But 3 wins out of 3 for the Scimitars, and very professional performance this evening. We'll leave you some highlights as we finish, but from myself, Craig Simpson and Roger Williams here ringside at the Bauer Arena and the Three Rivers Cup here on Sheffield Scimitars TV. Thank you for your support and joining us here this evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again.